going to run for police. He's been running from police now at more than 80 miles an hour at some point. And if he continues to do that, I'm not quite sure.
Control to Sky 4, we're going to take your live pictures here in the cut-in.
He may not be able to
Control to Sky 4, we're going to take your live pictures here.
Copy, I got it.
Sky 4, what city are you in?
Where are we? West Arlington.
Yeah. They had pulled back up after some time. Air Force, Air
11-4 still off your 7 o'clock.
The entire time they've not lost time at all, as we have too. But at this point, he's making his way back.
It's weird. I saw it and I was like, what is happening? Why is Jack getting
Shout out to Street Sky 4 if you get a chance.
Wow. Your lipstick is totally a different shade. Damn it.
Wow.
If you hear a street, let me know.
Yep.
Not that Jack was hot, but.
It's next to Shady Valley Golf Club.
And it's on Pioneer and Green Oaks Boulevard.
It was Ellen on TV.
Pioneer and Green Oaks Boulevard. Pioneer, Green Oaks Boulevard. Which way is he going?
Do you think this Chris Humphries Kardashian thing's kind of a setup for radio?
No. John Sally leaving Rustica.
Is he westbound?
Yes, he's westbound.
Top 5 women in the country.
So she's
Westbound, Green Oaks Boulevard.
She doesn't stay alive. She makes $75 million. She can talk all she wants.
From the news station. You mean northbound or southbound for Green Oaks?
No, he's westbound on
I'm Sean
Pioneer.
Rabb in the Fox 4 newsroom. You're looking live
Westbound
now
Pioneer,
from
sorry,
Sky
westbound
4 at a
Pioneer.
Police chase in Arlington. We've been chasing this man on this motorcycle for about 20 minutes now. We believe
I'm talking to him.
that he is a fugitive from Fort Worth, perhaps even a federal fugitive from Fort Worth. He's been going at times as much as 80 miles an hour along Interstate 30, along 303, sometimes traveling the wrong direction. Over the last 5 minutes, we've watched now as he slowed down and waited for police officers to get close to him, including motorcycle officers, almost baiting them, it appeared, and then he'd take off again at a high rate of speed. Again, this is taking place in Arlington. We believe at this point he's somewhere along the south side of Arlington. Let's go now. Sky 4, Mike Warner, can you tell us more?
Yeah, he's actually going westbound on Pioneer last we checked, and he's been, just a few minutes ago, right when we came on the air, it looked like the police were talking to him from the car window on his right side there, and then, you know, he was gesturing and he took off and sped up again. So there's 3 other helicopters up here, a couple media helicopters as well as Air 1, so they are definitely on him for this. Been making some crazy moves. We've watched him drive through parking lots, over sidewalks, like you said, the wrong way. So it's been crazy.
Extremely dangerous. He doesn't have a helmet on. He's got on what appears to be sandals or flip-flops, and again, driving at a high rate of speed on that cycle. It appears now they're continuing west, Mike Warner, I guess headed back towards Fort Worth with Fort Worth police officers trailing. Is that correct?
Yeah, still heading westbound on Pioneer there. Well, sorry about we lost our signal a little bit, but still heading westbound. I was saying they do have Air 1 overhead. He appears to be slowing down a little bit. And this has been the case. Yeah. He's been speeding up, slowing down.
3-4 times where he slows down, allows officers to get close, and then accelerates again and pulls off. The danger of this, at one time we saw him squeeze between 2 vehicles right along the yellow stripe in the middle of the road. Extremely dangerous for not just the man on that motorcycle who, you know, is running for his life, but for other people who are out on the road this midday. Right now, though, not a lot of traffic where he is. That's a good thing. And Fort Worth police have been trailing back in the squad cars. We saw a couple of motorcycle officers, we thought, but don't see those now. Are they still there? Can you see them?
They are still there. It looks like he's turning on, trying to get the street for you. It's almost like he's toying with them at times. I want to say Green Oaks, but I'm not sure on that. Look at that street for you.
It looks like he's showing with the mic. He slows down. At one point, he was looking back at them, almost motioning with them with his hand, like, come on, you know, come get me if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take off again.
And even the police were gesturing to him. They were telling him to slow down, you know, stop. And he wasn't going to do that, clearly.
Okay, so now he's getting up on the interstate here. This looks like, what, Loop 820?
Yep, exactly.
Exactly. Wow. And he's turning it around, pointing at the officer. He's going very slow at this moment, and then he's going to do what he's done before. He's going to pick it up and take off.
And it kind of looked like he was pointing up at the helicopters. There's 3 of us up here. So, you know, I'm not sure what he's doing. But it's
squad trying to get those guys off of me or something.
It could be, yeah.
They can't win. The eye in the sky will stay on him, even if those ground units lose him. Fort Worth helicopter is in the air, and they're going to hover over him where he goes. I don't think he's going to win this one.
He's not going to win this one. And what really makes this bad is he obviously doesn't care about his safety or anybody else's. So the moves he's making are putting everybody else in danger. It's really, really not a good situation here.
Right, and especially if you are a fugitive in this situation and you obviously don't want to be apprehended, maybe don't want to go back to prison or go to prison, you figure I've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to do everything I can out here. If I die on the road, I die on the road. I'm not trying to be overly graphic or sensational, but that could indeed happen without a helmet, the way he's dressed, at the speed, and the kinds of moves that he's been making. It could certainly have no good end.
Yeah, it has. And we both seen this a number of times where a person is being chased and it ends up in tragedy, and you never want to see this. You know, we just need him to pull over.
Right. And Fort Worth Police, to their credit, while they have a number of units in this chase, many of them are hanging back, and they're trying to keep eyes on him on the ground, but at the same time, of course, in communication with the helicopter. So, again, he really has no place to hide. The danger here is that he runs into someone else or he causes someone else to have an accident as they try not to get him as this thing continues to play out.
Yes, and we don't know if he's armed or what the situation is as well, so there may be a lot more to it. You know, and you can see it, he just takes off here, and when he speeds up, there's no way they can keep up with him.
Right, absolutely not. I mean, I don't know how fast that bike can go, but certainly there's no way a police squad car can keep up with it. He's still on 820, but I guess he's headed towards the, he's on 820, maybe headed north?
Yep, we're getting directions for you. I have to look at this monitor to, you know, keep the camera on him, so I get disoriented as well. We're checking out, he is on 820.
I don't spend as much time in Fort Worth, obviously, as I do in Dallas, so I'm not as familiar with the interstate exchanges there.
Coming up to, we're coming up to an interchange up here. It looks like you're coming up to, I'm sorry, 820 and 30. Here we are. We're coming up. He's going northbound on 820. He's coming up to 30.
You know, and thankfully, there hasn't been that much traffic yet, even though he's been on the interstate at times. It hasn't run into a bottleneck of traffic, hasn't been any construction, nothing like that to certainly slow him down, or no traffic that he's really had to weave in and out of. Though, again, we did see him squeeze between a couple of vehicles right down
That was Bridge Street. His next big one will be Randall Mill.
Yep, and it looks like he's coming up on Randall Mill up here. Checking it, and what you, as you were saying about the traffic and the construction, it is pretty light today. I've been noticing for a Thursday, the traffic seems to be pretty light, and the times that he has made some crazy moves, he's put himself in those positions where he drove around neighborhoods. So as far as being on the freeway, that's actually seems to be the safest place for him. There's not a lot of people out there.
Well, he just blew by Randall Mill. Okay, now here's the move. They're going to try to...
Looks like maybe a...
Let's see. Okay.
We got at least 6 PD cars behind him. Now he's taking off.
If he thought about trying to turn back and go the wrong way on that entrance ramp, they blocked that one. And he's off and going again. It's been a while since we've seen a chase on a motorcycle like this across North Texas, Mike.
Yeah, and we were wondering, we were kind of chatting up here and wondering if they would attempt to use stop sticks, which may be tough to do because he's a motorcycle, a little bit more maneuverability. You know, you never know. Maybe they can get some stop sticks out there and slow him down. But he's been changing directions so often, I guess it would be hard to plan on getting ahead of him like that.
Exactly.
Still got Air 1 over the scene.
Still headed north on 820, just past Trinity Boulevard exit.
And I'm going to widen out the shot a little bit for you and just show you what we got following. 2 marked PD cars, and there's several unmarked cars laying way back behind that. Let's see if this is I thought maybe that might have been a stop stick, but no. And kind of trying to look forward out the window here to see what they got coming up. There is some tractor trailer traffic that he's coming up on. It's going quite a bit slower, and they have both lanes.
Headed towards Hearst now, I guess, huh?
Yes. He just made that turn out.
Okay. Let's see where he's going.
Northbound 820.
Northbound 820.
Still there, northbound 820. And our folks at the assignment desk are on the phone to Fort Worth Police, trying to see if we can learn a little more information about perhaps who this man is, what he was wanted for, maybe
got a
how
speed,
all
Brandon?
of this began. So we're hoping to get
For
some
him?
information to pass
No,
on
not
to
really.
you. Again, this started maybe, I don't know, perhaps a half hour ago or so.
Call
by
out
now.
my streets if you can.
We do know that Fort Worth Police initiated
All right.
this action. Now you see him pulling over. There's a pickup truck, and now, well, he's stopping.
He's stopping.
He's stopping.
They got him. They got him.
And they hop on top of him and take him down off the bike, and there it is.
They definitely didn't waste any time getting him in custody.
They wasted no time in case he changed his mind and took off again. A couple of pickup trucks there, unmarked vehicles, officers jumping out of those and jumping on top of him and wrestling him to the ground. Good news.